Could it be you fell in love with me? And how do I know? Cause it's in everything you show. You're so full of love. It's in everything you touch. You just wanna rush to give you all my love. I'm in a hurry to show you. Baby, don't worry, I know you. Every time I watch you go, and every time you leave, I can't wait till you get home to give your love to me. I'm in a hurry to show you. Baby, don't worry, I know you. Be. You fell in love with me, and how do I know? Cause it's in everything you show. You're so full of love, and it's in everything you touch. Just wanna rush to give you all my love. When I see you smile, baby, like heaven running wild, rushing through the darkness to save me. And every time I watch you go, and every time you leave, well, I can't wait till you get home to give your love to me. I'm in a hurry to show you. Yeah, baby, don't worry, I know. Everything you touch, I just wanna rush to give you all my love.
What is going on? Happy Sunday. What is up? Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness right here on the Nonsensical Network. You guys know me. I'm Glick. You've seen enough of me around here. We got our boy Big Rick in the building. We're going to talk a little foosball like we do every Sunday when we're here, when we're available, when we're not dying, when we're not in Shittsburg, and, when we don't have situations going on. But if you're not already, go ahead and check out the rest of the network. We do have shows 7 days a week live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. All at the Nonsensical Network. Simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. All of them links are going to be there. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. Oh my gosh, what is going on, Rick?
Dude, you know today's Bills Detroit game is going to be a dead nuts even split in fandom, right? Because that's like our home away stadium.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. Yeah, like that's
Anytime we got to move a game for weather, it goes to Detroit, and our fans are not afraid of making that drive, as we've proven in the past.
And just jump on a fucking little boaty boat and scoot across the.
Dude, you can scoot through. Well, yeah, you can scoot through Canada. It's a 4-hour fucking ride, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a long drive.
It's
Hell,
nothing.
I mean,
it's nothing. Now, if you got to go down and around, it's a little longer. But if you got a passport and can scoot through Canada, bro, I bet you that Bill's fucking wagon train going through Canada was nothing to fucking bat an eye about. Justin Trudeau's probably like, we're being invaded. Yeah, by the mafia.
Those fans are here. No, batten down the hatches.
So let's I know we start with college mostly. Let's start. I got one thing right off the top of my fucking head. Bill Belichick, UNC head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure he would have stayed in the NFL. He's got no ties to the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I thought after this season with a lot of teams, you know, in question, some coaches on the hot seat, that was a shocker, man. Chapel Bill. They're already calling it Chapel Bill.
He apparently inquired with the Jets, but I think him and Rodgers would fucking clash hard.
They would.
Like, they'd clash hard. They'd either be 1 year of Brady Belichick again, or they would be like the worst, most toxic double dad relationship of football teams ever seen.
Oh yeah. They would be like mixing fire and gasoline. Rodgers is he's a diva, man.
He's a diva set in his ways.
Yeah, so that would be a look out for them. And you know what? I'm curious. I really am.
I wouldn't even say a couple years.
Not the biggest Belichick fan. Never have been.
Can't discredit his coaching skills, though.
You can't discredit his coaching skills, his talent. But I'm curious I'm definitely going to be watching North Carolina. I'm curious to see how he does in college.
There's already players jumping in the transfer portal to go to UNC to play for Belichick.
Mm-hmm. So definitely on Belichick watch the next couple of years in UNC because they're not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to choose.
They're not good. They're not good.
I'm trying to choose my words very wisely here.
They're like the Florida Gators of the ACC. They're right there in the middle. They might make a bowl. They might not make a bowl.
Yeah, like this season they were 500, but they're usually right around the 500 range.
Yeah.
I know it was last year or the year before they actually had a pretty decent season.
They're
so
not
I mean,
a football. Yeah, Drake May came from there, didn't he? No, he came from Duke. Drake May came from Duke.
Yeah,
they're not. But UNC's not known for their football. They're known for their basketball.
Yeah, exactly. So
let's be real. That is a basketball college through and through. Now it could be a basketball and football college, depending on how long is this contract. Do you know?
I have no idea how long it was.
I think it's 3.
Last night was the biggest scam in college football. What happened last night in college football that was a scam?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you have to elaborate on that one there.
Last night was all FCS games, I thought. I didn't think there was any FBS games other than the Army-Navy game.
Yeah, which, holy shit. Army going in undefeated and taking their first L.
No, they weren't undefeated. They were 1 down. They were 11-1.
I thought they were 11-0, and then they lost.
No, they were 11-1. So, did you see Marshall bowed out of the bowl? The Marshall herd?
No.
Lost too many players in transfer portal. Don't have enough to play.
Really?
They're gonna have to do something about this transfer portal shit.
It's getting. I agree. It's a good concept. However, some teams need to learn to let fucking people go. I hear. Ohio State's still fucking claiming Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow's like, "I'm a fucking tiger, you dildos." And now they're
not even that. Like,
now they're trying to claim what's his name out in Syracuse, because he came in 10th in the voting for Heisman Trophy last night.
Oh yeah. No,
Oh,
I'm
you talking
not
about the
even
Heisman
that.
Trophy last night, Wally?
That could be it.
I don't know anything about it. I don't even know who won. I'll be 100% honest with you. We were doing
Travis
the show.
Hunter. Travis Hunter for Colorado.
Ow.
A
Shocker.
defensive player. A defensive player, not a quarterback.
He plays both sides of the field.
Nope. He's listed as only defense. Yep. So
well, that hasn't. You don't see too many defensive guys win.
He's the first one to win it since. Oh, I saw the article last night. I can't remember now.
It was Dez that won one. He was a defensive guy, but I feel like somebody else has won since Dez.
So here's a name, a blast from the past. Teddy Bridgewater. Can you tell me what he's doing right now?
He's probably coaching Little League football or something.
He actually just took his high school alma mater football team to the state championship.
Nice.
Miami Northwestern Senior High School, 3A Florida High School Athletic Association. The Bulls beat previously unbeaten the Reigns 41-0.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Old Teddy Bridgewater. Wally said he was listed as both. I knew he played both sides of the field.
The article that I saw showed him primarily as defense.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to hype up more of the defense because, after he won the Heisman, because he did play on defense, and that's more of a story, more of a headline to say, oh my God, he's the first defensive player.
Oh my God, the Jets are really wasting their fucking time on head coaching interviews.
Yeah. Speaking of college football, obviously, bowl season's right around the corner. We have our first 12-team playoff this year. Definitely been looking forward to this for a long time, and I've been yelling for it for a very long time as a college football fan. It's finally
and
happening.
Now they're talking 16 for next year already.
Yeah,
because there's too many people pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a thing. Like they need to stand their fucking ground. Either you're going to stick with 12 and people are going to be pissed, or you're going to go to 16 and people aren't going to be.
Yeah, and a lot of that's going to come. I think a lot of that bitching and whining and crying is coming from the SEC, coming from Alabama in particular.
Actually, I don't think they made the biggest stink. I think South Carolina made a hell of a stink about it too.
SEC.
No. I'm not saying it's not the SEC.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's.
That's such a weird.
Alabama.
Yeah, that's such a weird bowl matchup. Michigan versus Alabama. I figured Alabama would be in a
Tennessee versus Ohio State.
Well, that's the playoffs, man. And the brackets.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The brackets. We've got Texas versus Clemson.
That's an SEC-ACC matchup, by the way.
Yeah.
So I like that these conferences are meeting outside of the national championship. That makes me really happy.
Yeah, I like that. Indiana versus Notre Dame.
A non-conference.
Penn State.
Stupid. Shouldn't be allowed in.
Penn State versus my Cinderella squad. I've been calling them all season.
Let's
go, baby.
Another ACC.
I told you they were going to get in there.
I'm afraid Penn State's going to beat the shit out of them, though.
Yeah, but still, they made it. That's all that matters.
I mean, they got their asses handed to them in the ACC championship against Clemson.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. That was that Clemson game was something else. And Tennessee versus the Ohio State University, the Ohio Soft University. If you will.
My God, you couldn't just say it normal just for the sake of announcing the fucking brackets.
I can't. No, I can't because I'm not saying this as somebody who's not because I'm a Michigan fan, but I've always said as a college football fan I can respect the program, the heritage, the history. They are typically a really good football program, but ever since this fucking crybaby Ryan Day, every time they fucking lose, all you hear for the next several weeks is, "Oh, they cheated. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that."
I'm ready for Ryan Day to be gone.
And then they're getting rules changed in the NCAA because it doesn't go in their favor. Now they've got a fucking bill that they're currently passing here in Ohio that makes it a goddamn felony to plant your flag in Ohio Stadium.
Hey, fast on the 50-yard line.
Yeah. No other college football field, no other stadium in Ohio, just Ohio Stadium. It's a felony to plant your flag there if you win. Get the fuck over yourselves, Ohio State. You're not that good. You're fucking overrated. You're going to get smoked by Tennessee. You're 1-14 against the SEC in bowl games. Get the fuck over it. You're 0-4 against Michigan, a Michigan team that you should have smoked this year. You're not winning a natty. Congratulations on wasting $22 million fucking dollars on a stupid ass championship that you didn't win, Ohio State. Go fuck yourselves. That's my rant. Anyways,
I am gonna say, I 100% agree with the Ryan Day's a bitch. I'm ready for him to be gone. I've been an Ohio State fan back to the Craig Krenzel is quarterback, Jim Tressel is fucking head coach days. Not way back, but that's probably what, 15, 20 years ago now?
Yeah.
I was still living in New York at least. So I'm done with Ryan Day. I think he's a big baby. I think we would have been better. This is going to sound crazy. I think we would have been better keeping Luke Fickell and giving him more than a season and a half to try and do something.
Look what Luke Fickell did in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I hate the coaching carousel in the NCAA that if you lose one particular game or not, you could be out of a job. If you have
don't like that.
If you have a 750 season, you can be out of a job. Like, I hate that. I hate that they don't give these coaches, and Belichick said it the best. These coaches are developing an atmosphere and a talent. They're not going to do that in 1 or 2 seasons. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, you got to give them time to recruit there. I mean, a lot of times these coaches come in the first season.
And they got the recruited class from last year.
Yeah, they might have that recruit class for 2-3 years before they start to.
These coaches need a minimum 5 years to try and build their program up to get these kids where they're coming into a program that readies them for the NFL, that readies them for the atmosphere, that readies and develops their skills, their fundamentals. Belichick said that one day on fucking McAfee. He said, giving these coaches 1 to 3 years to develop a program will never have success. They just can't do it because they're cycling people through so fast. It's not like the NFL where you get constant 5 to 8 year contracts. These are kids that are there for 2-3 years max usually,
and sometimes only a year now with the transfer portal.
Yeah, or and the ability to declare for draft earlier.
Yeah,
it's so these coaches, they get the raw end of the. No, and I'm not defending Ryan Day. I'm done with Ryan Day. I'm 100% over Ryan Day. If for no other reason, we're 0-4 for Michigan. Okay, for no other reason, we're 0-4 against Michigan. And like you said, we should have absolutely. It should have looked like a fucking college team beating a fucking high school team this year. It didn't. It looked like a bunch of monkeys fucking a football trying to make something happen, and they failed miserably. I'm over Ryan Day. He had all season long to prepare them. He played some of the best teams in the nation and played them to fucking either beat them or played them to within a score and just absolutely fucking tripped over his tiny dick and fell on his face.
I mean, even though they lost to Oregon, Oregon's your best team.
But look at how they lost. Like they were driving down the field and the quarterback, fucked up and slid as time ran out instead of lateraling the ball. They were. What was it? A 3-point game? 1-point game?
It was a good game.
One score, no matter what. Yeah. We just ran with the number 1, number 2 team in the nation.
No, Oregon hasn't lost.
Yeah.
We ran to the number 1, number 2 team in the nation, and we ran them in a fucking gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
go in and lose to Michigan at home. At home. Bye, Ryan Day. I'm done with your bullshit.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Give me any other head coach. Like, I'd love to. I wouldn't say Bill Belichick. I don't think I would want Bill Belichick. Honestly, I'm surprised that Belichick went to UNC and didn't try to go closer to home, because I know Maryland is talking about losing their coach, and Belichick is a Maryland boy.
Yeah. I think the whole Belichick thing is just it's a surprise out of left field. And then your first round buys, obviously, your conference champions: Arizona State, Oregon, Boise State, and Georgia.
Two of those teams. Two of these don't belong.
Yeah.
Two of these don't belong.
Arizona, thank your lucky stars that you got that bye because you would.
Yeah, because that's the only reason you're going to the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm
Boise
curious
State,
to
same
see.
Thing.
I'm curious to see what Boise State, what they do. I mean, they had one L on the season, and that was.
You want to know when the last time they were competitive? I can tell you who their last quarterback that made them competitive was.
Oh yeah.
He now works for the Dallas Cowboys. Kellen Moore was the last quarterback that made Boise State competitive for a top 5 spot in the NCAA.
And they got screwed.
And they got fucking screwed. And then they got smoked in their bowl game.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So, and Kellen Moore took a coaching position because he's so fucking intelligent. Took a coaching position. I think he went to Tennessee for a season, and then he landed in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's coaching in Dallas. Yeah. I think he's like the OC or the quarterback's coach in Dallas. So,
and don't forget,
day is the first round of the brackets.
What day? I was just getting ready to say the games start Friday. Indiana, Notre Dame Friday. SMU, Penn State, Clemson, Texas, and Tennessee, Ohio State are all Saturday. 8 p.m. for Tennessee, Ohio State. Shout out to Tennessee because the uniforms that they're supposedly wearing are fucking sick.
Right, that's gonna be dope.
And I guess that if this is true, I love Tennessee for this, and I'm already pulling for them. But if it's true, I already love them even more. If they wear the black and orange wing helmets like Michigan wears, I think that's fucking dope. I think that's one hell of a mind fuck on Ohio State to kind of play. But the black and that black and orange that they're talking about wearing, that's a sick fucking uni that Tennessee has. They're playing at 8:00. Penn State SMU is at noon. Clemson in Texas is at 4, and then Friday night at 8 p.m. Is Notre Dame and Indiana. So, and then you got all your other bowl games that are starting this week as well. We don't have to run down that list of hoo-ha and
the only important one are the New Year's 6 ultimately.
Michigan is playing in the reliable New Year's Eve against Alabama. Alabama's already talking shit. What the fuck was that? Talking about
the line on that Tennessee Ohio State game is Ohio State by 7.5.
Well, we all know how Ohio State is with the line. I mean, they were projected to win by 3 scores against Michigan.
I'm just saying what the line is. That's all.
Yeah. Real quick little recap. Obviously, we weren't here last Sunday. I was actually in Pittsburgh. Nikki and I went to the Pittsburgh Cleveland game. Yeah. We went to the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh. Cleveland did lose. Rick was feeling a little under the weather, and Derek had some things come up, so he was not. They weren't able to be here either. However, even though the Browns lost, one of the coolest highlights of the day was
of your life,
meeting the man, the myth, the legend, one of the greatest defensive ends of all time, in my opinion. One Mr. Myles Garrett came over. I don't know why, but at the end of the game, all the Steelers, because her seat, her parents' seats are front row, right behind the Steelers bench. So, got to say what's up to Cordell Patterson before the game. He was out there walking around talking to the fans. Was like, "Yo, what up, Cordell?" And Nicky got to shake Russell Wilson's hand. He is a little guy, man.
He is tiny. He is tiny.
He is tiny. But at the end of the game, we're kind of watching the shenanigans on the field, and watching the players saying, everybody's coming through to go to the locker room. and I happen to glance over, and that white and orange mountain of a man, Miles Garrett, is right there, right below us. He's saying hi to the fans. Of course, I'm surrounded by nothing but black and gold. And I'm like, yo, Miles. And he looks up and he sees me. He's like, what up, dog? And he jumped up and gave me a high five. Being the only Browns fan there, it was cool as hell. He is a mountain of a man. That is a big, big dude. Man, and I'm not a small guy by no means. But that is a big guy. So highlight of the day, even though the Browns got their dicks knocked in the dirt, was getting to meet Miles Garrett. Had I worn my Miles jersey, I probably would have ripped it off and had him sign it for me, but I was wearing my Nick Chubb jersey. I was
you dummy.
Yeah. Last year
Don't
I wore
you feel
Miles.
stupid now?
I know, as I told Nick, I said I would have 100% taken my jersey off and tossed it down to him and asked him to sign it.
Look like a fucking Bills fan with no shirt on. Hey!
But no, it was a fun game nonetheless. Nikki and I always have fun together doing things, and even though she is a Steelers fan, it's still fun to do. However, we always make our bets. Next year when we go to the game, the bet was loser had to wear the winner's colors.
Oh no! Oh
so,
no!
So next year however, I'm gonna make sure I got a nice orange shirt underneath whatever I wear. And then I will definitely
can take it off.
I will definitely be carrying in my hand my Browns jersey.
Now that I know where they sit, do they always have those same seats?
Yeah, they've had those tickets for almost 40 years.
Then I will have to try to watch the game next year, because odds are you probably make the TV quite a few times.
Yeah, I know. Like Nikki and her kids and her dad, throughout the years, they've made TV quite a bit. Usually, her dad's watching. Obviously, he knows right where his seats are. He's always watching to see. The camera crews are right there. I know, like towards the end of the game, I'm not even playing. I'm watching. I'm playing Monopoly Go on my phone. I'm just sitting there like, and then
you need a sign next year that said, I am not here against my will wearing Steelers gear. And on the bottom, be like, yes, I am. Go Browns. It's small writing.
Yeah, right? But I was playing Monopoly Go on my phone. I'm sitting there, kicked back in my seat, like kind of half-ass paying attention to the game because it was over at that point. And she elbows me. And she's like, look. I look down. CBS Sports is right there with their camera crew, and it's like right in my fucking face. I'm like, yeah.
You're not paying attention.
Rub it in, asshole. I'm the only Browns fan anywhere near here, and you're just going to put that stupid camera right in my face.
That's probably why they did it. Oh, the Browns fans have quit on the game for today. Glued into his phone.
I was checking fantasy football and shit like that.
So it's funny. At least you can do that, because when I go to the Bills game with my sister, that stadium literally works as a cell phone jammer. I sit up near the very top. I have zero fucking service inside that stadium. It's wild.
You have next to no service in that stadium. However, they do have Wi-Fi for the fans. Not the greatest, obviously. You get
I'm sure the Bills' new stadium will have all that.
Yeah, you get, I don't know how many people, 20, 30,000 people. I don't know how many it seats, on the Wi-Fi at one time.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, and I think the fact that and the weather was gorgeous too. That and in December it was like 50 degrees out, the sun was shining, like you couldn't beat the weather. So it was a good day, even though the Browns lost. We did have a couple assholes right behind us that Nikki had to keep reminding herself and me that those are her dad's tickets. They've had them for 40 years. Don't get kicked out, because it's just young. They were just young dudes. They were drunk as fuck. They didn't know what they were talking about. They just kept screaming the same dumb shit. And I think they were trying to do it to get under my skin. Because like one time, Bajorquez punted the ball and dropped it on the 1 yard line and pinned Pittsburgh back. And they're like, oh, terrible fucking punt. Such a fucking Cleveland thing to do. I'm like, they buried him on the 1 yard line. Yeah, that's Tell me you know nothing about football
My
without telling
sister,
me.
my sister has a fan that sits directly next to her in Buffalo. That is like
Yeah.
that. He is drunk. He is obnoxious as fuck. And by the third quarter, he's doing this.
Oh, dude, the one
And
dude
he's laying all over you. So when I went, she said, "You're a lot bigger than me. If that happens, you have my permission to do something." So I had my big old boots on. Something happened. So when I went to jump up, I made sure I stood on the top of his foot when I did it. And when he stood up, I went to slap him on the back so his foot was planted, and he almost face planted over the fucking barrier. And his son was like, "This is why you need to settle the fuck down and not drink so goddamn much at the games." Because his son knew I did every bit of it on purpose.
Yeah.
He never leaned on me the rest of the game. Never even looked at me the rest of the game.
These guys were so fucking drunk. The one dude, like,
that.
after halftime, he disappeared and was puking.
Fastest way to ruin a fucking event.
Yeah.
And I don't care what kind of event.
Yeah.
Have some obnoxiously shithouse person next to you.
But we did have a dad with his 3 boys beside us. He was super cool. We were talking to him throughout the game. He was a Steelers fan, born and raised in Detroit. He's a Steelers fan, been a Steelers fan his whole life. But
look at me though.
Yeah, he was super cool, and his boys got a fuck ton of gear from the players. Man, they were so excited.
Nice.
They got gloves, they got armbands, they got autographs. They got pictures. The boys were that was cool, And like I said, by third quarter, those 2 were so fucking hammered. The one guy had to go puke. He never came back. He got lost somewhere in the stadium. His friend finally had to go check on him and find him or something. So they didn't come back. So it was like, okay, I only had to deal with that for like a half, But we always have a good time there. It's a fun experience, man. And for the most part, you always hear horror stories about different stadiums and different fans. 2 years in a row, got to say, shout out to the Steelers fans, man. They're pretty fucking cool.
I've never run into, and I know it happens, but being from Buffalo and knowing the passion about sports in Buffalo, and this goes the same for football and for hockey. I've never really seen either sport fans be shitty towards other people. And if you ask going into hockey, if you ask any Toronto Maple Leafs fans, which is the closest stadium to us, you ask any Maple Leafs fan, it is safer for Toronto fans to come to Buffalo and watch a game than it is for Buffalo fans to go to Canada and watch a game. Even when Buffalo was doing good in hockey and they went to the playoffs and everything, we were doing the party in the plaza. I've never seen that fan base, but I mean that doesn't say much because if you look at Bills Mafia as a whole, all the news coverage they get, they're wild and crazy. Don't get me wrong. But if you look at the good that the Bills fan base does for everybody else in the NFL, I don't think there's another fan base that touches that. I mean, who sends charitable donations to a quarterback for a team that just beat a team so you could make the playoffs?
Yeah,
they
right.
did it with Lamar Jackson for his his backpack thing. So, speaking of good things, I'm going to follow that with some bad things. We have some rough news coming out of the NFL today. Max Crosby's season is over. He has to have season-ending ankle surgery. Kate Stover, the tight end, his season is over. He has to have an emergency appendectomy. Trayvon Diggs for the Cowboys, his season is over with a knee injury. So there's some season-ending injuries currently in the NFL that are a little rough to hear about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. And this late in the season too. So speaking of NFL and the good and the bad and the ugly, we go over our picks real quick before we get into this week's picks. Week 13, Derek came in on the struggle bus, but not bad. He was 10-3.
So he's still on the positive.
Yeah, he's still on the positive. He was 0-1 with his lone wolves. You came in 11-2, and Cameron and I both came in 12-1. I was 0-1 on my lone wolf because I lone wolf the Browns against the against.
You guys are all white today, by the way. White helmet, white jersey, white pants. Complete whiteout game for y'all.
Yep. And then last week, Cam was 9-3. Rick and Derek, you were 8-4. Both of you, all three of you guys, with 0-1 on your lone wolves. Cam lone wolf the Panthers. You lone wolf the Browns.
I had hope for you guys, but you guys fucked me.
Yeah, Derek lone wolf the Bears. However, in a surprising turn of events.
Oh boy, here we go.
I was 12-0 last week.
Now, mind you, everybody, we didn't have a show, so we didn't have audible picks for everybody to hear. So there's no hard proof that his picks weren't fucked with.
And I knew this was going to come under scrutiny, and I was like, God damn it. I should have taken a picture because I actually made my picks because I knew I wasn't going to be here. I made my picks at work. I wrote it on my little notepad at work, and I should have dated it and taken a picture of it, but I didn't even think about it. And I got to work on I got back to work on Monday, and I was looking over, and I'm like, oh shit. A lone wolf on the Jaguars against the Titans, a lone wolf on the Rams, and I was trying to put my voodoo hoodoo on the Rams over the Bills last week.
I don't care that we lost. What
was a great
fucking game.
That was an awesome fucking game.
86 points between the two teams and over 800 yards of offense.
I went. So a part of me, the reason I went with the Rams again on Thursday night, and we all went with the Rams, but the Rams are in a must-win situation, and they're fucking healthy, which means they're fucking dangerous when they're healthy.
So, to go back to the Bills game, I just want to address this. 800 yards of offense between the two teams, right?
Wild.
6 touchdowns for Buffalo alone. 6 touchdowns for the Rams. Zero interceptions on either side of that fucking football.
Right.
What? They said that is the first time an NFL game has cleared 500 passing yards between two quarterbacks and not had a single interception. Josh Allen is the front runner for the MVP because he got his turnovers under control.
I just want to say shout out to Josh Allen last week in fantasy football for those 52 fucking points.
Oh my fuck, bro. First quarterback in NFL history to have 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns in one game, coming off a record-setting game the week before as the first quarterback in NFL history to have a passing, receiving, and rushing touchdown in one game.
Mm-hmm.
Wild shit. Wild shit.
However, Christian McCaffrey did that last year. He threw a touchdown.
But he's not a quarterback. So it was the fact that he was the first quarterback that ever did it.
The Rams, like I said, they're
scary.
They're scary good. They're in must-win territory.
And I love Sean McVay as a head coach, dude. Like, a lot of people don't like him. I love Sean McVay. I love his passion. I love his enthusiasm. And I love the fact that they have to hire a person on that sideline as a get-back coach. Literally, his whole job is to grab him by his waistband and pull him back off the field because he's so into it.
Yeah, get back, buddy. So, the Rams, I've been saying it, once they got healthy, that they were going to be a dangerous football team. They're healthy. And,
but is it too late in the season?
They're 8-6, and they've got the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Sea Chickens left.
The Cardinals could be a spoiler for them.
Yeah. So and the Seahawks could be a spoiler as well. I mean, they're not.
How do the Rams put 44 points on the board against Buffalo? Buffalo, who is arguably the number one team in the NFL, record not included, and only put 12 points on the board against San Francisco. Like, how do you do that? Because San Francisco's defense is not that good.
Well, apparently in that Sunday game, neither one of your guys' defenses showed up for that game. I guess Buffalo defense was left in Buffalo, and Los Angeles just take the day off, boys. The Rams are currently in second place in the NFC West. They're Seattle's 8-5. They're 8-6 in the division. Seattle's 3-2, and the Rams are 3-1.
So they're only behind Seattle by what, a half a game?
Yeah, they are. Half a game, and they still have to play each other. So that's
going to be the decider right there. If the Rams win the next two, the decider is going to be that Seattle game.
And the Cardinals. Oh, I'm sorry. The Seahawks have only the Rams. They have no more divisional games. So they got Minnesota. They got Green Bay.
Lost.
Minnesota, Chicago, and then the Rams. So yeah, very easily Green Bay lost. Minnesota is absolutely disgustingly fucking good under Sam fucking Darnold this year.
I love that we call him that. I love that dude got a starting position in the NFL as a quarterback, fell flat on his fucking face, shifted gears, went under Kyle Shanahan, and is now back and fuck everybody that doubted me through the whole fucking my whole career. And do you remember who he drafted to?
Who drafted?
Think hard. This was a few years ago. They're now in a different city.
The Rams?
He went to the St. Louis Rams originally, and then they let him go and moved to LA the next year.
Yep.
He went to the. That's how long he's been in the league. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he's only been here a couple, 2, 3." No, I think he's on 6 or 7 seasons in the NFL.
He is on. Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Because St. Louis has been gone for at least 4 seasons, I believe.
Yeah, Sam D. Arnold, and just think, the Vikings drafted JJ. He is on his 7th season.
Yeah.
7th season.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about him because he went from a starter to a backup, and now he's back to a starter.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing is happening with Bryce Young currently in Carolina, and I don't know how he's doing it. Colleen Wolf's upset of the week. Browns by 4 over the Chiefs.
I just see that.
I'm loving this.
They're looking clean in the all white. I like it. I love the all white get up.
All right. We gotta start rolling. You gotta get ready to bounce soon.
Yeah, speaking of week 15, let's go ahead and roll right into the 1:00 games with the first pick, Chiefs and the Browns. I don't have anything.
Okay, so Chiefs have nobody major talking about inactive except for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and the Browns are missing Njoku.
Yeah, which hurts.
I think that's their biggest miss of the day is Njoku. I'm trying to find him real fast.
It'll be another big day for Jerry Jeudy.
Yes, probably. Well, hopefully.
I hope so, because I picked him up and got him starting.
Well, I can't even find the Browns right now on the fucking inactives list. But I know they've got Njoku out. That's what I know for a fact.
Joel Bettino, David Njoku, Cedric Tillman. I don't know if he's back or not. I know he was out. He's still out for concussion. And Khalil Hudson. He's a linebacker.
So the biggest one is Njoku for sure.
Yeah. Bettino and Njoku. Tillman's a loss, but as we've seen, Jerry Jeudy has really stepped up in a big fucking way this season, and he's balling out, man. I was on the fence when we got him. I was like kind of excited, but also kind of like, was it Denver? Was it him? I think it's come down that it was Denver because he's playing pretty well. Panthers suck. Titans suck.
So for our first game, we're talking the Chiefs and the Browns. I'm going to jump on the Browns. I want the upset this week. I want the Browns upset, and they are 100% capable of it.
Yo, what up, Tony D? Man, it's tough for me to pick the Browns. It really is. However, I just never in a million years. I hate Patrick Mahomes. I hate the Chiefs. I'm going Browns as well. I haven't gotten anything from Derek yet. I didn't get any picks from Cam. So
Cam just said Chiefs in the chatter's box.
Okay, Cam is going with the Chiefs. That means the Chiefs will win. I'm gonna assume Derek will go with the Chiefs as well. But Derek said he'll get me his picks by 1:00. So when I get them, I'll get them written down. Speaking of the Titans, speaking of Tennessee, the Bengals versus the Titans in Tennessee. I'm gonna go with the Bengals in this one, just because Tennessee is dog water and they just got beat by the Jags, bro. and if we know anything about the Bengals can put up a lot of fucking points and still manage to lose, but the Titans cannot put up money points, so that might work out in the Bengals' favor today. So I'm going with the Kentucky Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Kentucky Bengals.
I think that's a pretty easy pick across, We've got Washington
did you say that was Bengals and the Titans? For the sake of Derek, Titans down.
Titans down.
Titans down.
Titans down, buddy.
Just because he would say it and he's not here, so I'll say it for him. Titans down.
I feel your pain. Oh, speaking of Derek, we started the show with his new song Rush. He getting a little sexy in the song there, Derek. I hear you.
Yeah, there was a little bit of like that might be a PG-13 rated song, hey?
Yeah, you naughty little boy, you.
You getting after it,
right? And we've got the Washington Redskins Commanders football team, whatever they're calling themselves this year, versus the Saints down in New Orleans.
Derek Carr's out.
Cam says Titans. Derek Carr is out. Man, the Titans are not the Titans. The Saints are not good, but they're not bad. But they could be some spoilers.
They have two players on that offense that can ruin any game for the other team.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill.
Exactly. They
Taysom Hill drafted in as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Plays every fucking position on that field.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the Commanders.
Every fucking position on the field. That's going to be an easy across the board. I'm going Commanders as well. Then we've got, I think this is going to be a pretty easy pick as well. The Baltimore Shitbirds, Baltimore Ravens, heading out to New Jersey to take on the New Jersey Giants. The Giants are a goddamn dumpster fire.
Ass.
I am going Ravens in that game all day. They're going to smash
the
them.
Best thing Saquon Barkley did was get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, obviously. Have you seen the guy carrying Philly this season?
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say you're going to go Ravens as well.
Yeah. It would be dumbassery to not.
Yeah. Man, since the Giants are goddamn dumpster
Dude,
fire.
they're
And fucking Tommy,
terrible.
did you see when they were showing the walk-ins? Tommy DeVito is fucking wearing Ravens colors. He walks in with a black shirt and a purple fucking jacket. Oh, man, the boys on game day were giving him the business. They're like,
you know what's better is they already got rid of Daniel Jones, and then he got picked up and ended up having to play already and played good.
Right? It happens, man.
It's so surprising to see the Giants doing so bad because Brian Daboll did so good as OC in Buffalo.
Yeah. Got the man, this is just a gross game. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. I think it's safe to say Cam's probably going to go Panthers.
I'm actually going to go Panthers.
Oh.
With Trayvon Diggs done for the season in the backfield and Carolina being so close in the last 3 games, dude, they've been in overtime 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to get over that hump, and I think that it's going to be against Dallas. I think Chuba Hubbard has 100-plus yards rushing, and I think they get over that hump against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean they took Kansas to the limit. They took Tampa to the limit. They took Philly to the limit.
They're right fucking there, man. They're right there, and it's a 1-play change in every game, and Carolina would have won all 3 of those.
Yeah,
so I think they're there, and I'm going to go with Carolina over Dallas today.
Man, I think I'm gonna go Cowboys in this one.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I don't even know who Derek would go with on this because I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Cowboys. You know, Cooper Rush, way better than Dak in my opinion. Dowdley in the backfield, got to give the guy props. He's an absolute monster back there running the ball. CD Lamb, obviously, he's going to have a big day against the Panthers defense. I just think, when it comes down to who's fucking worse, it's going to be Carolina.
I took Adam Thielen today to go over 52.5 yards. So,
oh man, that's a name I haven't heard much from this season.
Yeah, but he's been the clutch. He's been the clutch in Carolina.
He's clutch. Yeah, he was clutch in Minnesota. Like, it shocked me that Minnesota got rid of him.
Yeah, dude, no joke. But he wanted a lot of money, I think.
Yeah. We got I think, well, I mean, and if he wanted a lot of money, I would say in his career, looking at his career, it's deserved. I mean, the guy was Mr. Dependable. He was getting 100+ yards easily, racking up touchdowns, and he was that guy that came in, when you needed him, when you needed a big play on offense, Adam was there.
Yeah. Adam Thielen he's clutch.
I mean, he's been
clutch in Carolina, and Bryce Young's already figured out a way to find him.
Yeah, that was Kurt's boy in Minnesota. Even after JJ got there, he still relied on Thielen. So, no disrespect to Thielen, that's my guy. He was a fantasy guy that I had for many years, and I probably would have had him this year if it wasn't for the fact that the Panthers are just so bad. Next we got the Jets versus the Jaguars. Another shitbag team versus shitbag team.
This week is garbage for games.
Yeah.
I'm going Jets.
Jets. Jets. Man.
They put some points up lately.
They are. Yeah, I mean they hung in there with the Dolphins.
Yep.
I said the Dolphins were going to be better once they got healthy. They're looking a little bit healthy. They hung in there against Seattle. They hung in there against Indy. I mean, they're hanging in there with every. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go Jets this week.
Yep.
Wally's going Jets and Wally's going Panthers. Wally, who you got? Since you're throwing your picks in there real quick, who you got? Browns, Chiefs. Browns, Chiefs.
Did he already
Bengals.
answer that?
No, he's just started throwing in at the Panthers game.
Oh, okay.
Browns versus Chiefs. Bengals versus Titans.
Chiefs. He's got Chiefs for the Browns.
Bengals versus Titans, Commanders versus Saints, and Ravens versus Giants. Throw those in there real quick, and I'll get them written down.
Then he's got Bengals. I'll read them off so you can write them if you want.
Yeah. Bengals. The Kentucky Bengals. Fuck Cincinnati.
And he's got the Ravens.
Ravens. And Commanders, Saints. Who you got? Then I'll get you all caught up.
He's probably going Commanders. Yep, he is. Commanders.
I think that's an easy, safe bet across the board.
With Derek Carr out, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Now we're all caught up. Let's go ahead.
Anytime Derek Carr's on the field, they could miraculously win, but with him out, I can't.
Who's that backup in New Orleans?
Well, it could be Taysom Hill. But I don't know. Because he does come in and make plays when Derek Carr's even the starter. Taysom Hill comes in as quarterback too, so I don't know.
This is very true. This is all right. The next 1 o'clock game we got Miami, the Fins versus the Texans out in Houston.
So if the Texans win, they clinch their division.
Yes.
If they lose, they gotta wait. But with Cade Stover out and Miami playing halfway decent, I think that I have to go even still with the Texans. Give me the Texans. I can't pick Miami.
Well, you know who can pick Miami? This motherfucking guy right here. Fins up, baby. Tua for 2 tutties through the air.
Say 5.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Jesus fuck.
And 2 rushing touchdowns. That's 4 tutties for Tua today against the
Texans.
And
4 concussions in one game because he never quits. Oh wait,
yes, sir. I got it as you know. I'm a little disappointed in the Texans this year. You know, they came in. I know they had some injuries. I know they're 8-5. They're still looking good. They're still playing good. But I expected them to be better this year. And
I expect
them
to be no questions asked, ready to lock it up.
Yeah, and I got to stick. And I've been riding with the Fins all season. And I said when they got healthy, they were going to start playing better. Guess what? They're healthy for the time being, and they're playing better, and they're winning. And Miami's in second place in the AFC East. That's not saying much because you guys
the Buffalo's in first.
Because you guys have the Jets and the Patriots in your division. But you know, Miami's just 1 game shy of 500, which speaks volumes. All things considering.
Considering they had a quarterback that was out for what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
Yeah. Considering how, they'll be okay come playoff time. Yeah, I think they'll be fine playoff time to lose in the first round, Texans. That is it for the 1 o'clock games. We'll roll into the 4 o'clock, 4:25 games. We got the Battle of PA, the Eagles versus Steelers. Right off the bat.
This I actually expect to be a good game.
I think this will be a pretty good game. I'm going Steelers in this game, man. And I say this because they just somehow find
Tomlin their way into a win.
Yeah. They fucking find a way to win, man, when they have no business winning.
Mike Tomlin their way to a fucking playoff spot yet again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're doing it.
The Tomlin effect. We say it every Sunday. The goddamn Tomlin effect, man.
It just doesn't make fucking sense.
Make it make sense.
He should not still have a fucking job, honestly. And he does, and he's still producing winning seasons and making the fucking playoffs.
Mhm.
What is that? What is that coach that meme? Playoffs. Playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying when they bring Mike Tomlin's name up. Then they're like, oh, Mike Tomlin's going to make the playoffs again. And I'm like, playoffs? Playoffs? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
And
So
they're leading their division.
yeah.
They're tied in record with the Bills. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. Who you taking? The Eagles?
I'm going with the Steelers on that, man. I have to. I fucking hate it, but fuck you, Mike Tomlin, for making me make that pick.
I'm gonna go ahead and call in early. If I'm wrong, I'll change it. But first lone wolf of the day. Once again, I'm lone wolfing the Dolphins. Ooh! I don't foresee anybody else picking the Dolphins.
No.
And other action, 425. We've got the Colts versus the Broncos. Bo Nix, Rookie of the Year. I'm calling it.
Nix. Oh yeah. I'm taking the Broncos on this too.
We jumped the gun a little early with Washington, but I think Bo Nix is absolutely 100% Rookie of the Year this season. Kid is on fire.
Yep. Bo Nix is fucking lighting it up in Denver. Denver needed a quarterback like that too.
Broncos across the board. Now we got your boys, the Buffalo Bills.
This is the Super Bowl that America fucking wants.
Yes. The Buffalo Bills headed out to Detroit to take on the Lions in a Super Bowl preview, I dare say.
Oh, my God. In the Buffalo Bills away/home game.
Yeah. I dare say a Super Bowl preview. Obviously, you're going Bills. Wally's going
retarded. Wally hit his head. Wally fell down and hit his head.
Yeah.
He actually meant to type Bills, but his dyslexia kicked in.
I got to admit, man, I'm a little torn in this game because, I have my allegiance with the Bills as an honorary member of the Mafia.
It's not a conference game for us, so yeah. I want the Bills to win, but man, do I just want to see a really good fucking football game. I think
we're gonna get a really good football game, but also that I got a soft spot for the Lions, man, because the Lions are much like the Browns; they just suck every year.
Dude, and now so did the Bills though for so long, and now the Bills are like there.
Yeah,
but dude. I love MCDC as a head coach. Could you imagine putting MCDC as a head coach in a city like Buffalo?
All right.
Like he would incite insurrections in Buffalo. That motherfucker, we'd be burning buildings down because of him.
Yeah. DC is a goddamn trip. Man,
he's fucking huge as a man too.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Man, I don't know where to go with this one.
I know. Justice Hill breaks the line and goes all the way down to their fucking 35 on the kickoff.
Damn. I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with the Lions in this one.
I'm not even mad at it.
I think it's going to be a hell of a game, just like the Rangers game last week.
This should have been the Sunday night or the Monday night game. I'm not going to lie. This would have been ideal primetime game.
Yeah, that is a primetime game, in my opinion, considering what we get tonight at 8:20. Well, I'm not mad.
And then Jackson fumbled the ball and New York Giants recovered.
Mm-hmm. And other action at 425, we got the Patriots and the Cardinals. Patriots are ass. I'm going Cardinals in that one.
Cardinals all day.
Knuckles and Sonic going to go wild against the Bills.
Come on, get it.
Overtime.
Chiefs already got a kick. They're already punting.
Yeah, I see that.
They got them 3 and out, bro. Let's fucking go Browns.
Oh, man. Wally's going Cardinals.
Interception by Joe Burrow right off the fucking rip.
Jeez Louise. We got the Bucks and the Chargers, man.
Chargers.
Coming up. No hesitation. Chargers.
Justin
Chargers,
Herbert's a
Chargers.
fucking stud, bro. He just needs a better team around him.
Turnover by Browns on the bunt. No shocking surprise there. That's what they did last week, and now the Chiefs will walk it into the.
Wait, they turned over the ball on the 1 yard line?
Nah, it's like on the 38. So I don't know what the hell they're on. I don't know. They'll walk it into the end zone. Wally's going with the Bucks. You're going with the Chargers. Man, the Buccaneers are in must-win territory right now. They are leading the division, however. They are in must-win territory.
Crazy considering how Atlanta started.
Yeah.
Atlanta ran out with that fucking division at the start of the season.
You know what? I've been doing it all season. I got to go with my Tampa Bay Baconeers. I'm going Bucks, man.
He fumbled on the punt.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that. I just saw it.
Yeah, he fucking did it last week, too, against the fucking Steelers when they were trying to make somewhat of a comeback. I don't know who it was that fumbled it. Last week it was Kadarius Toney.
I fucking hate that guy.
Prime time tonight.
Sea Chickens and the Packers.
Sea Chickens and the Packers. Going Packers in that one, man. Definitely Packers. They've been playing good.
Here's the quick note for you. The Packers are 9-1. The Packers are 9-1 against teams that are not the Lions or Vikings.
Nice.
I'm going Packers on that one.
Yeah, Packers are playing pretty good ball. Monday night, man, we get a doubleheader on Monday night. We get
I hate those.
Bears and Vikings at 8:00.
I actually think that might Vikings. Be a good game. Travis Kelce gets the ball and stopped at the fucking 8-yard line.
Juju Smith got in for the touchdown.
Oh, I'm streaming, so I'm behind.
I told you they were going to walk it right in. Vikings for Wally against the Bears.
I don't know who to pick in that game. It's going to be a good game, I think. The Bears have been able to stay in it in games they should be way out of it on.
Yeah.
But I think Sam fucking Darnold's going to pull it. Going to pull it off.
Sam fucking Darnold.
Yep.
And in the second game, nobody gives a rat's ass. The Falcons versus the Raiders.
Falcons.
Raiders are absolute dog shit, man.
Well, now they just lost Max Crosby, so.
Yeah, they're going to get the first round pick this year. I'm going Falcons as well. Nope. Need to go over here to Thursday night. What do we got going on in Thursday? Ooh, that's going to be a good game Thursday night. I might have to watch that one. Wally's going with the Raiders, man. All right.
He did hit his head. I told you he meant to say Bills.
Thursday night action. Broncos versus the Chargers, man. That's going to be a good one, I think.
I still think it's going to be the Broncos.
Oh, I'm 100% going Broncos. I think it's going to be a good game, though. It's going to be an entertaining game to watch. Wally's going with the Broncos as well. All right. Hopefully, I'll get Derek's picks in today. I got 3 of Cam's picks. Could have dropped them picks in the old chat in the messenger there. But I think we're pretty much you and I are going for the Browns. Cam and Wally are going for the Chiefs.
You got the only lone wolf today with the Dolphins.
Cam is currently lone wolf in the Titans, unless for some weird reason Derek goes with the Titans. Commanders across the board, Ravens across the board. I'm currently lone wolf in the Cowboys.
Well, the Titans just put it in the end zone, Tony Pollard.
Yeah. I'm currently lone wolf in the Cowboys, unless Derek comes in and goes Cowboys as well. I'm
And-
assuming Cam is going to go Panthers if he sends me picks. Jets across the board. Lone Wolf and the Dolphins currently. This guy. Steelers across the board. Broncos across the board. You're currently Lone Wolf and the Bills, but this is a tough pick to make, and I think nobody loses this one at the end of the day.
I think anybody that watches that game wins on this one, bud.
Mm-hmm. Cardinals across the board. You're actually riding solo with the Chargers in the Bucks game as well.
That's
We're just factoring in Wally's picks. Again, that game could go either way. You know, I was torn. The only reason I'm going with Buccaneers is because I've been riding with them all season. Packers across the board, Vikings across the board. Wally's lone wolfing the Raiders over here. He clearly bumped his head, or he's on some really good fucking drugs. And Broncos across the board. Bada bing, bada boom. There's your Week 15 picks, your Week 15 conversation. Give you guys a little quick, little score update. We got KC leading 7-0 over Cleveland until Cleveland turns the ball over again. Tennessee leading 7-0 over Cincy. Double zeros for Washington, New Orleans, Baltimore, and the Giants. Carolina versus Dallas. Jacksonville is up 7-0 on the Jets, and it's double zeros for Miami and Houston as well.
Yep.
Oh,
all right, man.
Where the hell are you going, Jerry Judy?
Oh, touchdown Jags.
Yeah, just
Brian Thomas Jr. Just saw that. I don't know if you just called that one out.
Nice.
Yeah, that helps your fantasy out. I know. That's why I said it.
I don't know if I have Brian Thomas Jr.
I thought you did.
Wait a minute. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Guess who threw that fucking pass?
Oh, no, I have Brian Robinson Jr.
Guess who threw that touchdown pass? Daniel fucking Jones.
I was going to say not Trevor Lawrence.
Daniel Jones. So, hey, my kids are calling me. I'm going to wrap this up. I will catch you later on, buddy.
All right. See you later, man. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your football. Hey, everybody, we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate y'all hanging out. See you later, man.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Go Browns. I'll drop him down. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your football. We will be back next Sunday for Week 16. Making our picks and predictions and talking a little bit of shiznit when it comes to the NFL. Good luck to your teams today. If you're not already, make sure you give us a follow here at the Nonsensical Network. All kinds of great shows all throughout the week, Monday through Sunday. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You guys can get in the chatters box, take part in the shows, all that fun stuff. Don't forget, we do have the socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at, all at the Nonsensical Network. Or go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share if you'd be so kind. Check us out. As I said, we do have a nice little lineup of shows. Mondays, we kick off Speedway Stories and Cold-Blooded Conversations with our boy Wally. He's in the chat right now. He's talking motorsports and reptiles. 6 p.m. on Mondays. Followed by Men Caring for Men. It's a men's mental health podcast at 7 p.m. on Mondays, hosted by our boy Connor. They're talking men's mental health, man. Tuesdays, Glick's House of Music. I'm hanging out with up-and-coming local musicians and artists. We're hanging out. We're getting to know them a little bit better. We're having a good time shooting the shit. Wednesdays is What the Fuck News, hosted by Jeff and myself. If it's in the news and it makes us say, what the fuck, we're talking about it at the end of the day. Thursdays, every once in a great while, is Jeff's Garage. More of a hobby type thing. If it fits in the garage, they're going to talk about it. Friday nights is Nonsense and Chill, hosted by Blaze with Jeff. They're watching movies, hanging out, chit-chatting, having a good time. Saturday nights, it gets a little weird. It gets a little crazy. It is nonsensical nonsense. We do the open door challenge. We drop the link in the chat. If you want to come in and hang out, you are more than welcome to. We had a lot of fun last night with a big panel of people shooting the shit, having fun. And then we wrap up the week with this show right here, Unnecessary Roughness. Your kickoff to the NFL. We're making picks, we're talking shit, and we're talking a little college as well. cover all the bases when it comes to foosball. Appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll see you next time. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night for Speedway Stories and Cold-Blooded Conversations, followed by Men Caring for Men. Oh, programming note. Tuesday this week will more likely be an episode of Jeff's Garage with Jeff and Blaze talking about a little van life. Glick's House of Music is actually on Thursday this week. I have Holy Oath coming in. There was a little mix-up with scheduling. So we just bumped it out to Thursday and got them in there. So we'll be doing that. But with that being said, be good. We'll be good at it, baby. Go Browns.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football crashes, touchdowns, epic plays. News spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban groove